Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is my Doctor Who Series 15 Part 2 finale preview for the Reality War, of course. So we now know who the Unholy Trinity are, and there's a lot of metamorphoses, isn't there, from Part 1 finale. Look, I'm not saying it was bad, it was a bad episode. I did enjoy the episode, but obviously, I've had my opinions on it. I just don't know how it all ties in, to be honest with you. And they've got a lot to do in this episode, unfortunately, Doctor Who. They've got a lot to do in this part 2 finale because it's too hectic. It's too hectic, too chaotic. Like, I felt part 1 was worse. It was worse squeezing everything in. And now you're going to squeeze even more in the part 2 finale. Like, there's a lot of theories to be answered. Like, who's Ruby? Apparently Ruby's gonna be all tied in. Apparently, who's Bender? Who's Bender's dad? Who's Ruby's dad? I just think they've let themselves down a bit, Doctor Who. They really have let themselves down, unfortunately, because the reality was done be an hour and 6 minutes. I just don't know how. Fair play, they do tie it all in, but I don't see it. And we're going to be going on to the next series still with questions needing answered. But yeah, unfortunately, I am cautious for this part 2 finale, really, because they just not answered anything for me. Okay, Omega is probably the third Unholy Trinity member. We've still not answered theories from Series 1 in terms of Ruby, even Bender, like who the hell Bender is, and all that. But let's get straight into it. So, the devastating time strands that were drawn across seasons and centuries now pulled together tight as a newt as the Edsons converge with battle. Our brave, battered, beaten Doctor stands alone and how he sends it on Holy Trinity. Surely this is the end on yet. Well, it ain't gonna be the end, is it? Because we all know the Doctor always wins, so. Russell T. Davis said the Doctor is doomed, Bender is lost, Ruby is trapped. Units powerless, the Unholy Trinity rules supreme, and all the first rising, and now we can all experience this devastating time as ever, all at the same time with a unique worldwide premiere and promised short stares, revolutions of the stay up to and have fun. As Doctor Who Season 2 draws to a close, Whovians across UK 9 will have the opportunity to come together to cinema short at Epic 2-part finale on 31st May. Start with the penultimate episode Westworld. Well, that's a bit pointless, isn't it? Let's be fucking real. That's a bit pointless, having Westworld at the cinema when everyone's seen it. So what is even the point of watching it? So you just might as well just say the reality war is the cinema, because everyone would have watched Westworld. Let's be real. Especially the crybabies who cry about spoilers. Spoilers. Shut up. Seriously. And ending with the last of the season, the reality war, written by Russell T. Davies and Alessandra Pillai. And there's another synopsis from BBC. Battle rages across the stars as the Unholy Trinity unleash their deadly ambition. Okay, mate. I bet you a Meda doesn't even appear. I bet it's just a loader of a Meda. Oh, the door's opening. Oh, the door's opening. And ends up being a voice. But yeah, the Doctor, Bend and Ruby have to risk everything in the quest to save one instant life. So the one instant life's gonna be Poppy. I take it. And yeah, who the hell's Poppy? Oh, I know Poppy's from Space Babies and all that, but yeah, he's a Tassius. I'm not gonna go through it, but that's a Tassius. And and now we've got some images. Conrad, obviously this is from the Unleashed Kip, where the Rani By the way, Dewani's actor is fucking fantastic, by the way. She's fantastic. She's a menace. And she talks to Conrad, obviously. She wants to use the baby, but obviously she can't. Maybe she uses Conrad, potentially. For whatever Dewani wants to do in the reality war. Maybe because I'm not being funny, but Conrad needs to be someone at the end of the day. He needs to be someone. He can't just be reading the book and all that. Look, Conrad's actor is fantastic, man. He is fantastic, by the way. But Conrad needs to be someone. He can't just be, oh, yes, he's picked this innocent person up at London and give him his own Westworld. He needs to be someone, doesn't he? He needs to be someone powerful at the end of the day. He can't just be Conrad. And obviously, other evidences, you see the supernova that said force from the Westworld clock done into Watson. I think that's Watson, isn't it? Into the Watson sort of cabinet thing. Obviously, you got these born beats done across. I think it's still the alternate reality. These born beats dinosaurs. Obviously, you kind of see the door seal and open. I think that is from Ameda's cabinet thing, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Obviously, the one he says in the reality war trailer, I want to construct a new Gallifrey from Ameda's body. I think that's what she said, which is intriguing. It's intriguing, to be fair. The big massive boss is interesting because we saw in episode 4 that the Suite, wasn't it? The Suite came out with that. I wonder if the Suite will go after Conrad potentially then. Or is it going to be something else? Because I don't think it is the Suite, because this time it's a different symbol. It's ZR. So obviously take your guesses on who it could be to run out that big massive box. Maybe it is Belinda and Poppy in that box, but maybe that's just a red herring again to throw you off. Maybe they're just somewhere else, to be honest with you. And obviously you got Dewani and Mrs. Flood as well. Obviously, in the next image, we see more of the Born Beats. The Born Beats ready to attack Unit. Your said Unit is back to normal. Back to its normal reality by the other things. And the Born Beats, creatures, go to war. But I think they're going to war with Unit. Obviously, you got Colonel shouting fire and all that to take out these Born Beats as well. And you see what looks like a Meda's sealed door looks like starting to open. I don't want a finale where we don't really see a Meda at all. I don't really want a finale where we just see a door slightly open. We're hearing an audio of a Meda's voice. We want to see a Meda himself. That's what we want to see. But I'm nervous that we won't. And it just be a throw off. But we need to answer through theories like, why was Missy at the premiere? Is Missy going to appear? I could see Missy potentially appearing near the end of this episode, because I do remember that there's going to be a spin-off, isn't it, for a spin-off series, like with the Sea Devils and also Unit. I don't need apparently Unit. I don't know, Thor and the Master to help them out in terms of battling against the Sea Devils. Maybe Missy goes in that spin-off series, and maybe she bi-generates as well. So I can see that happening more. Missy more for the spin-off series, because apparently they do ask for the Master's help. Apparently the Master was going to be played by Russell Tovey, but apparently it's not now. So I don't know what's going on. But Missy could potentially appear in a reality war, potentially. She could be the one in the box. Susan White. I do think there's been a lot of hints and teasers about Susan appearing in the reality war. Does the Doctor finally find Susan as well? Obviously, Susan is a Time Lord. She should have died all along with the other members of her race when Saturn's master killed them all during the Christopher Nolan's Timeless Child arc. So, is he potentially a Dorse then? Is he maybe a Dorse? Maybe like a trick for the Doctor to try and find her, and then something happens, and maybe she wasn't actually real. She was just a Dorse potentially. Maybe Susan's Dorse trying to help Doctor, but we don't know if Susan's real or not. Maybe she did survive. Who knows? So then we have obviously Ward. We saw Ward from the Part 1 finale. He ended up appearing. Just like he was in the Dimensions of Hell, which is quite interesting. But he did warn the Doctor, didn't he? He did warn the Doctor on what, like, this isn't real and all that. So E.T. knows something, doesn't he? Well, E.T. knows something. Is he potentially in the Underverse? Potentially. That's going to be wise, and we'll wait and see. Obviously, if you don't know Ward, he is like basically a bounty hunter. We saw him in Series 1, Episode 6 of Ward, of course. That was his introduction. He is from period relative to Earth in 1813 as well. So will we see him in the Part 2 finale? Let's wait and see. And then we got the man himself, Omega. And we hope we do see him. And we hope they don't ruin the design either. Hope they don't ruin the design of Omega. If we do see him appear, I do question that to be fair. Apparently he's going to appear as a CGI monster according to the Yeats. So I just want to see him appear. I don't want to hear an audio voice. I don't want to hear another hearing off his door opening but not seeing him appear. Yes, or we do see him appear, of course. And obviously, if you don't know, he's seen as like a career of the Time Lords and all that. Obviously Conrad did say it. Obviously, if you don't know, I have read through what Omega is in the Part 1 finale preview, so make sure to check that out. So all the Yeats have been true so far. All the Yeats have been true so far. Binder's boyfriend dipping in a star, that is true. That's became true. Episode 3 being a midnight sequel, that's true. The Fugitive Doctor appearing in Episode 5, that's true. The Return of Captain Poppy, that's true. Doctor Who fans appearing in Nuts, then that's true. Obviously, the other Yeats that have now been confirmed, Mrs. Flood being revealed as Spy Generalist version of Devanny, and Devanny will listen to resurrect Omega, who would come back as a CGI monster with a giant claw. Obviously, we haven't seen that yet, but apparently we may see that in the Part 2 finale. But we have seen, obviously, Devanny listen to resurrect Omega, so that's true. The 15th Doctor was generated in the orphan end of Regeneration last minute reshoots in February. I don't know if this is going to be true. To be honest with you, but we'll wait and see. That would be a bit of a surprise, wouldn't it? I'd seen Kuti regenerate, which would mean obviously he'd be even the show, which would be a shame. The 13th Doctor was Jodie Whittaker, making a cameo to assist the 15th Doctor with his regeneration. That'll be interesting. We'll see about that. Obviously, Swap of the Mars having a key role in the war between the land and the sea, but not played by Russell Tovey, so probably will be Missy. And Susan will make an appearance in the series finale, so maybe it will be the reality war then, because we didn't really see Susan in the part 1 finale apart from a theatre on the screen, on the TV screen, of the Doctor in the alternative reality. So there is even more Yeats as well. The Tenant Yeats is fake, so that won't be happening. Obviously, Joe Martin appears briefly in one episode, so that's episode 5. Susan's in episode 7. Well, she only really appeared in the theatre of a TV screen, that's about it. Anita from Troy the World is in the finale, which is interesting. There's a lot of theories about her being Mrs. Flood, just because of Mrs. Obviously Anita does actually. Obviously, Mrs. Flood's actor is Anita Dobson, so that would be a bit clever, wouldn't it? You do not see who QT regenerates into. It's very much what part of the Doctor would have been if Russell T Davies hadn't come back. Again, interesting. Obviously, to be fair, these leads have been from the same person and have been spot on so far. There are no dials other than the TF used from Classic Who. That's interesting, isn't it? That is very interesting. What do you mean the TF used from Doctor Who? That is very interesting. If that does come true, that is very interesting, because other than the TF used from Doctor Who, Classic Who, will we see that in the reality war? So that's quite interesting. What do I think's going to happen? Probably what the Yeats say, probably. I don't think you can draw against the Yeats, to be fair. Because the Yeats have actually came true, to be fair. All of them have came true. Obviously, the Doctor will survive, obviously. There's always going to be a happy ending. I want to see a death. I want to see a surprise death in this part 2 finale. We need that for me, because I don't want yet all softy approach or all sympathy. I don't want to see a non-lost parents episode, non-lost parents part 2 finale like we did in the first series with Empire of Death. I want to see a surprise death. I could see maybe Conrad or Mrs. Flood end up being no one now, and maybe one of them two maybe confront Dewani, and actually end up having the Doctor. Could see that happening. Like one of them two for me, because I don't think Conrad is someone Dewani wants to work for. Conrad doesn't want Conrad to work for Dewani. I just think Dewani's more manipulative than Conrad. And then Conrad will probably end up being no one in the end. Yes, we will. But then we'll wait and see. Maybe Conrad may become the master with a vessel. Who knows? But I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that happening. I want to see Dewani, Mrs. Flood, and Conrad all working together. I don't want to see any betrayals happening, really. And I really want to see a Meda. I want to see a Meda with his design as well. Look, it's done be a U design. I know it is. It will be a U design. But keep that mass. Keep that mass of a Meda. That'll be so cool for me. See, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. Like, we still got theories about Ruby and Brienda. Like, who the hell is their fathers? Because we don't even see Brienda's father appear in the finale, which makes you question, oh, that's a bit mysterious then. Obviously, Brienda's mother does appear. Obviously, she has appeared in this finale so far. Obviously, I don't think we'll see any more surprises. We won't see another Pantheon Dodd member. Unfortunately, we won't see the Twitter, even though I said the Twitter would make sense for this finale, to be the firm for this finale. But yeah, it's definitely going to be more about Time Lord history now. Darth Vader Time Lord history. Maybe we may see West Lombard potentially when we see that Force thing. So we'll wait and see. Yes, who's done being that big massive box? Because we know previously in episode 4 it was a Swede. Maybe the Swede comes back to haunt Conrad potentially. Let's see who may be. Let's see who will be in that big massive box as well. So I don't really want to make any predictions, really. I'm just gonna let it flow, really. I'm gonna let it flow. I got two of my 3 theories right. I said Mrs. Flood would be Dewani, obviously she's a bi-generator version. And I said Conrad would be like some evil person type joining forces as well. And I was right on that as well. I was kind of right on a meta because I was like, I did say, well, all the years have came true so far, so a meta would probably appear. But I did say it would be the Twitter in terms of the third Unholy Trinity member, but that ain't come true now, so it's obviously a meta. So yeah, I'm not really gonna make any predictions now. I'm just gonna let it flow, see what happens in the part 2 finale. But for me, they do need to impress, in my opinion, in this part 2 finale. From what I've seen in the trailer so far, it's a bit meh, really. It's a bit meh. People be like, oh, but just kill these born creatures there. I can't really take anything from the trailer for the reality war, really. Basically, the born creatures don't up against the unit. So we do know the unit is back to normal reality. We do know that. But yeah, it's flow, isn't it? So we don't see the Doctor or Ruby, do we? In that part 2 finale, maybe it's stuck in the Underverse. I do want to see the Underverse in this part 2 finale as well, see what it looks like as well. So, but yeah, to say it flow, isn't it? To say it flow. It does need to impress though, because part 1 finale had mixed reactions. I still gave it 7 out of 10. I still think it was solid enough, but they've got a lot of work to do in this part 2 finale. Got a lot of work to do, like how it all ties in. Need to explain how it all ties in. All the theories need to be answered about Ruby and Beyonder as well. So I just don't think it'll get all. I just don't think it'll get answered, unfortunately. But hopefully I'm one. But that is my part 2 finale preview. Feel free to leave your preview down below in the comments. Not much to go off, really. Not much to go off. So yeah, it flow, isn't it? Just yeah, it flow for me. An hour and 6 minutes it will be. And people can stop mourning now. I swear to God, I'm sick of seeing on socials, oh, thanks for spoiling it, mate. Well, not being funny, it is on BBC iPlayer, or also, maybe stay off social media. I'm sick of crybabies, honestly. Thanks for spoiling it. It's not hard to stay on social media, is it? It's not. If you want to watch it, yeah, watch it, yeah. It's not hard, is it? But that is the IQ. That is the IQ of the people of this world now, isn't it? The IQ of the people of, especially of this country as well. I know people won't like that, but yeah, yes, we will. It is the IQ of this people. So then stop complaining now, because it will be aired all at the same time. So no one will be watching it early. But you still get people mourning. Oh, I haven't watched it. So yeah, I think it's gonna be. Did it say 6:50? What did it say? Well, it says an hour and 6 minutes. We're probably looking at 6:50, 7 o'clock. To be honest with you, but it really needs to impress for me to be an hour and 6 minutes really does need to impress. Because the Empire of Death was a shambles. Yes, we will. It was an absolute shambles for me. So I am worried though. Because the thing is, to end up on this, we've actually had a good series. To be fair, we have actually had a good few episodes. To be fair, I actually think it's been a good series. To be fair, it's been a good series. It has kind of proved me wrong. But the finale at the moment, is starting to look a bit underwhelming for me, and that was my worry. As much as we had a good start to the series, it's always that finale who'll probably end up being a damn scrim. A bit like series 1 as well. I mean, series 1 was a bit 50-50, wasn't it? We had some episodes done, some good episodes, some bad episodes done into the finale of series 14. Of series 15, I don't know. I have my doubts. I do have my doubts, to be honest with you. But yeah, I honestly think it's a 7 out of 10. Even if the finale is a bit underwhelming, I still say we've still had a good series, to be fair. But unfortunately, everyone comes for the finale. Everyone judges Doctor Who on the 2-part finale for me. So it's just a shame it's only 8 episodes, isn't it? Because it has done quite quick. I feel it should be 10 episodes for me per series. I think 12 but 12 episodes was the good old days, wasn't it? Good old days, but we're not in that era now. I do think it needs to probably extend it to 10 episodes per series. I think that's a respectable amount for me. So, but yeah, you see what happens in the reality war. So feel free to leave your thoughts down below on what you think will happen in the reality war down below in the comments. And I don't really want to make any predictions. I'm just going to play out, to be honest with you. So let's see what happens. Yes, hope some of these theories get answered about Ruby, Brienda, Susan, etc., and obviously the Time Lord history as well. And let's see what happens. So that's my preview. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments on what you think's going to happen. And yeah, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all for the finale with Whom, which will be Sunday. Yeah, it'll be next Sunday.